Alrighty, everyone. This is Charlie Six Zulu back with another battle replay. Just because it's been about like 2 months since I've said it, please do like and subscribe if you enjoy. And if you do have a replay you want to send to me from any Total War game that has outside of Napoleon and Empire, just give me a Rome 2 and Attila, Thrones of Britannia, any Attila that includes the mods, or anything newer. Feel free. Give me a Troy video. That'd be hilarious. No, I'm just kidding. We are back on. We are in Roma. I don't think I've ever done a Roma one, so that would be weird to be back. But we have a interesting fight, and one that I'm in, which has been a little while since I've had one of these. The reason why is because Dan's back. Yay! He's over there, and I'm not going to look at him ever again. Yep, that's how it goes. But yes, Dan is here. It is from one of Joe on its streams, and we have Joe, we have Armored, we have me, we have Bearded, and we have Dan. So I mean, it's a wild party from a lot of the crew. So, but we should get started before I start rambling and rambling and rambling. Let's start with over here. We got Swaby ready to party. Swaby is played by Smart Hawk. And he's got 3 Swordmasters, including his general, 4 Kimry Bowwomen, 1 Berserker, 1 Hexbearer, 7 Round Shield Swordsmen, and 1 Wolf Warrior. Now, let's see if we have that Hexbearer, because they're an interesting unit. Now, Hexbearers are a really shit unit, in general. I need this up. They're a shit unit. Their stats aren't the best. They're an 80-man unit. 80-woman unit. They have Curse, which reduces morale. And they have a passive scare on everyone, which is, by the way, very, very brutal. But next up we have Parthia, played to us by Propane. I promise I won't yell at Propane this time. Propane has a Royal Cataphracts General. Don't normally yell at Propane. That was a joke. 1 Indian War Elephant, 1 Camel Cataphracts, 4 Parthian Foot Archers, 2 Hillmen, and 6 Parthian Swords. So not very strong on the infantry department. But hey, he's got an Elephant, a Camel Cataphracts, and a Royal. Yeah. By the way, all jokes aside, I don't yell at Propane ever. I just get the belt. Is how it goes. Next up we have me. Well, I hope I'm not banned permanently after that statement. I'm playing the Odrissan Kingdom with the best way to build it. If you are ever looking for an Odrissan Kingdom build, this is how you do it. Ranged-wise, I start with 2 Thracian Slingers, 2 Thracian Bows. I also have 3 Foxmen, 7 Thracian Warriors, and 2 triple gold chevroned Thracian Nobles. Look at that 98 attack. That can go to like 122, so screw everyone else, eh? Finally, we have Bearded Warman playing RDI. Him and Dan were having a 1v1 over here, and god damn it. I'll say this. I would not want to try to break through this army. We have 4 Illyrian nobles, including that beautiful general. We have noble hoplites, I should say. We also have 4 of those slave slingers, 7 of those Illyrian marines, and 1 Illyrian raider. Now, if you want to know the reason why I paused at that slave slinger, is because I was about to say something I would regret. And that belt one, I didn't regret. Alright. We got Dan here playing Seleucid. He's got a Silver Shield Swordsman General, Fixed Ballista, 1 Median Cavalry, 4 Syrian Archers. He's of course got a Royal Peltis, because of course he does. And 7 Thorax Swordsmen, followed up by 1 singular lone Thraeus Spear. Outside of the 7 that RDI has, they're just called something different. Colchis is the next one on the party. This is Mr. Armored Scarab. He's here with 30 Colchian nobles, including that beautiful Jen. 2 of the Noble Blood Cave, which is a really good melee cap. Actually, really good for these fights. Because, yeah, they are heavy. They've got some strong stats and they can break, they can be useful if he wasn't fighting me. We also have 4 Eastern Archers, 3 Eastern Spearmen, and 7 Cartly Axemen. So, oof, lots of high-tier axes. Next up, we have Epirus, brought to us by Ghost King. He is kind of split between Armenia and Colchis, just trying to support them both. And you'll see why with his army. 1 Hellenic Royal Cavalry. That is his general. He's got a fixed ballista, which is hiding over here. Nothing bad happens to it, I promise. He's got 3 Cretan archers and 1 Rhodian slinger. He's got a singular Illyrian levy with 3 mercenary Taelians. Taelians, like Joe likes to say. 3 mercenary Sammonites. And 6 Threo spears. A lot. Almost 1 less than the Ardia has. Finally, I was just going to skip over the Golden Man himself, the man you're all here to see. This is Mr. Joe on it. He's got an Azat Knight General. He's got a fixed ballista right there. He's also got 2 Eastern Archers and 2 Elite Persian Archers. So he split those. And it was a pain when I was making army comps because they look almost identical unit card-wise. There's these Easterns. Those are those Elite Persians. They actually look almost identical. Like, they look almost identical. Like, god damn it. Why? We also have 3 Axemen. 3 of those beautiful Eastern Spearmen, so we got more of those elites. Like, I expect 100 kills each from these guys. And of course, 7 more Cartly Axemen, which makes 6 Eastern Spears and 14 Cartly Axes on the field. But that is all from us. Let's get this ball rolling. Don't pay attention to this defense. It is going to be a traditional defense. Nothing crazy. See you on the other side. Alrighty, let's get this party started. Oh, no fun commander speech this time.
In the next few hours, they desire this attack to be repelled and this enemy to be destroyed.
Good to know, Swordmaster General. I don't know who you're telling. Maybe these Parthian boys. I will say something. Well, maybe I should pause it again for a second. Alright, I got one thing to say. I'm going to tell you what is going to be the biggest mistake, in my opinion, right here, right now. Epirus should have probably committed more to an assault over here. He doesn't know what Parthia necessarily has, but he knows there's a Swaby, an Odrus, and Kingdom. Especially, he should commit once he sees what I'm about to do, because I'm a fucking asshole. I'm just saying if there's anything going on over here. Now, the 1v1's still parting. Let's keep myself back over here. I'm aiming at these artillery pieces. I do think I know what scares Epirus, which would be this coming out right here. I do have to apologize once again. I keep getting colds in the middle of my damn streams, and it's something that I can't really just ignore. Gotta know, I'm busy. I'm off the clock. It can't do shit to me. Nah. I think what scares Epirus initially are these Hillmen. I think they're both Hillmen and a Parthian sword heading on out. Kaida convinces him to hit here. And the reason I say that's probably the biggest mistake is I believe that the best way to attack is everyone needs to attack almost independently. Now, Epirus here can still help both Colchis and Armenia, and he probably should. Probably should still happen. But, assault-wise, everyone needs to assault on their own way. Maybe this middle assault gets moved over to this part. But this middle assault's not bad if you have support coming in over here. I see. This is scaring them. Illyrian levies, mercenary Italians. More mercenary Italians. Kind of dealing with that. Because what happens is now they can come around, get it toward us here and here. Send people around, send people in here. Force any army that's trying to hold this guy up at the bridge. And a lot of the time you find people sally out onto this bridge, which I may or may not be doing in a second. Gives you another avenue to surround these guys and makes this less effective and more likely to fail. Now the assault over here is going to be pretty much a 1v1. I think the only other thing you probably could have done is brought a few troops this way with some of Seleucid's army and just tried to run a compression. Yep, there they go, the Falksman. I mean, he's not doing bad. That Illyrian levy's got 66 kills, and he's there. Turn him back around, get this guy in, eliminate that hillman, and get him behind. That's probably what you should be doing. Yep, here come the Falksmen coming on in. Getting torn to shreds. Now the other Falkses come on in. Those Falkses are dropping like it's nobody's business. They haven't gotten a single kill. They're gone. 64. Let's now rotate these boys. These Cartleys are not going to get into formation in time and just are going to get run into. Yeah, look at that drop. I mean, these are Cartleys. These are elite axes, and they just got ran over by Falkses. And they're also getting attacked in rear because they're trying to get off, and it causes some confusion when it comes to that. But yep, that's how you do it. Let's see anything over here yet. Nope, still pretty slow. How's Parthia doing? Parthia managed to push these boys back. I mean, the Illyrian levies got away, so they lost nothing. Now you see me doing this. Now you have to commit over here as Epirus. You need to commit, otherwise Colchis is going to have to back off. Look at all these troops he has back here. He can move a few of them across this bridge over here while using his troops to break through here. So all you need to do. Cartley's dropping, I mean, Thracians are in there. Falkses. Thracians, those Falkses are 100 kills. Slingers up onto the wall doing some damage. Noble-blooded cavalry is good to move over there, but the issue is there's not enough. Sadly, these are a lot of Falksmen, and a melee cav is not... could still do well, it's just not going to do enough. You need Epirite support. Over here we're getting, yes, some hillmen over here, just killing some Eastern Spears. Got some round shields. They're coming on out against these Eastern Spears. More Eastern Spears not doing well. Illyrian levies, I would just, yep, there they go. They're going to be able to fire some shots in. Perfect. One Falksman running. Another one's still healthy, 28 kills. Where's the last one? I think it's gone. No, it's right there. 70 kills. Yep, this assault... Now I'm having the time of my life, by the way. Because I'm basically just running a single choke point defense where I can rotate troops. Like, Cartleys are getting torn apart by units that literally just have the shock aspect. At this point, Epirus needs to commit to this strike right here. Even if it's just right here and right here for the gates, start running that over, and then put archers here to fire over or anywhere. Illyrian levies in 88 kills, that's not bad. But a Parthian sword is going to come in and just surround it. Has this fight at least started? Yes, at least it's getting on its way. That was actually really nice. That's a 2-spotter right there. That's 2 spots. I've broken up. They're going to continue to get this open. Then they'll look for gaps. So what he's doing is piece by piece to just break a long gap. Carly's got 114 kills. That's actually really nice. 72 there. Nobles have just got in and... oh my gosh, they're already at 20. Come on, get to 25. Oh my gosh, they passed 25 because I said that. They're at 30 kills. I mean, they're just ripping through. Now they're going to get headhunt on. The Fox is going to hit the side. There are 44 kills. They're pretty much dead. Let's see how they do. I mean, hey, that's over 10 kills on the charge. Against a Cartley. Let's see if they get 20 more kills. So that would honestly be worth it for them. Especially with them running, they're going to get some kills. But let's check over here. No, we still got the assault. Armenia's actually in this fight now. Armenia getting surrounded. Some of his axes getting surrounded. Those axe moves are doing really good. Do have the Swordmaster kind of getting out. Poor Axis. Looks like they're going to be able to take at least this portion of the walls. Probably push here and neutralize that. Are they going to get a javelin volley? Oh my god, yeah, right into the sword. Nice hit into the Swordmasters. I mean, they're not going to do amazing. These are just axemen. Get another kill. Try to kill these sailmen off. Hey, they got up to 23 kills. Italians coming in. I mean, like, listen. No push here, so Parthia is going to be able to move more troops back and back. This is kind of coming to another stalemate. Let's see some of these kills. 94 here. 91, 70, 109, 54, 61, 23, 69. Nice. We got a little camel cataphracts waiting in the wing. Heavy hitter Samnites coming in. They've decided for a two-pronged assault here. They have enough people. They need to rotate them over here to go put pressure on this area. Even if they don't do anything, force this way. Because a sustained fight on multiple fronts is not something I want. Keep me at this one choke point. If I can stay at this one choke point, I am the happiest man alive. Because I'm going to definitely do more than enough damage. While this is going on, let's take a look at the party over here. The assault has started. Are those nobles? Nobles immediately. Hey man, they got a 2-to-1 KD right now. Oh, just got under 2-to-1. Lots of Marines. Another artillery striker. Lots of Marines and lots of nobles. It's an interesting build. Little Illyrian Raider hiding. Rhea Spear a little scared. Let's move our way back. Next assault has begun. Thracian warriors in the fight, 80 kills. Got Foxes here at 109, 72. I think the weak one also got in there and then just died. They're going to have to move out in a second. Camel Cataphracts coming out. Interesting, interesting. Oh, and they got a jab all off. Those noble blood hit. I mean, what, they lost 4? Yeah. Looks like these Sabinites are helping win this day. I mean, Axemen doing well. We got some elite Persians over here. Cartleys. Cartley. Axis. Okay. Yeah, pretty solid showing by Armenia. Over here, it's still more of a grind. These Thracians are in 101 kills. These are at 100. Those Thracians getting out. Those Falks is killing it, man. That Falk's running away. Yeah, the Samnites pretty much have dominated this. All that's here is a Parthian sword. Parthians aren't going to win. This Cartly's just trying to secure this area, basically. Get these. Get protected. But Swaby's being forced to pull back as well, because that's not a way through. So now they have this choke point right here, or here. Honestly, they can just run the choke point right here. Right here and here. Force them in a two-pronged choke point where they can shoot the backs. Like, no assault here means Parthia can now fully, like, pull back to support. Epirus is only running 1.5 on each army. But he's not effectively able to use that numbers advantage. Because I'm keeping them to one choke point. Like, he can send 1 or 2 Thraeos. So he's moving more and more men over here. Strong assault here would have broken Parthia pretty hard. Even if you sent the Samnites over here. He has 3 of them, I think. He sends 2 of them here and leaves 1 of them here. Probably still could have won that. But it's hindsight. It's what I think the biggest mistake is. Let's see how this, Ooh, those nobles that are 106, but they're getting stopped. 97. And now they're on the next line. These Marines getting some kills, more Marines behind them. Slave Singers, more Marines, some more nobles. This is interesting. I don't know. This corner fight seems interesting. Seleucid's obviously the better of the 2 armies on a general sense. But RDI, I mean, you tell him to hold, and he's going to hold and wear you down on a fucking war of attrition. Takes another volley. More and more of these Cartlys are being dropped. That Thracian tried to chase the archers. The archers managed to get away. So he turned around. Now he's going to turn around again and get another charge. Oh, these poor spearmen. Watching them drop. That is not nice. And pull them back again. 142. 142 with only 8 deaths. That's how you do it. I mean, let me pause this again right here. Real fast. So even if everything went here as it should have been, this is where Epirus comes around. Colchis needs your help. You're here to support. And Armenia's got a strong foothold. They can afford to wait. So I'd say 28 minutes here, but I think this was a 40-minute battle. We had another 20 minutes to roll. Waiting, switching around, and supporting might not be the bad option. Got into these boys. I was like, I'm not getting them back. They're going to just get shot in the back. Charge them in. Get some more kills. See if they can steal some javelins. And then I try to be very sneaky over here and try to get to the archers. Now, I'll let you guess if this works out for me or not. I'll give you a hint. It in no way does. It in no way is useful. Well, Epirus is moving more and more men in. Mini is holding pretty well. I mean, that's what you want to do. He's moving a man over here, probably to try to take this area. Or at least secure it. But now Parthia is able to fully come back and support Swaby. Let's see before I get out quickly. Yep, there he goes. He notices me. He goes... Because we're all in the same voice chat. He goes, back off or I don't. And I go, okay, I'll back off. You know what? I'll attack this cavalry. And he lets me go. You can see that. That's where I made the deal with him. There I go to run off. Go snipe some cavalry that I'm gonna lose to. Let's see how he does. This Foxman versus Noble Blood went as well as you would expect. You know what? I think I actually might have killed a horse. Maybe. Yeah, I got a horse. That's right. That's a win for me. Yeah. Archers firing on the side, doing some damage. Over here, I mean, infantry-wise, there's not much left when it comes to Seleucid. But really, there's not much left of quality infantry left on RDI. I mean, there's a noble right here. Noble general. So there's 3 nobles left. Got a silver shield. We still got archers. That thorax isn't going to win. We have some Thracian. Yeah, it's not looking good. But this ended up being its own 1v1. Kind of like party time. My general scaring him off. Colchis manages to put a pretty decent assault. He's trying to hit to the side. You can kind of see these towers trying to go sideways. He was trying to get to my ranged. So I'm like, I don't know how long I can sustain this. I'm running out of infantry. I'm committing to the fight. This is what Epirus needed to do with his infantry, and I probably wouldn't have won this fight. I would have been smashed and he could have gone where he needed to. Speaking of smashed, I mean, hey, that's some great archer fire right there. Doing what he needs to do with the archers. Sadly, this is a losing fight. Yep, look at that. That cavalry gets around. He's going to try to sneak into the back. As those boys break, I have 2 nobles in here. One of the nobles, both the nobles rotate back. Headhunt goes in. I mean, I take some losses. Yep, I'm going to take more losses there. The Headhunt's going to hit. That noble blood's dead. That Colchian noble's trying to get into me. This is a Headhunt in battle rhythm. 120 melee attack. I mean, my numbers are just going to pile. That one's getting in. He's at 206. Cataphrax is here now, so that's good. See, Epirus didn't need to be here. I'm harping on Epirus, and he knows I love him to bits. And I think he did a good job. I think he made a tactical blunder that was the key reason they lost. And he got a bit of an earful from me after that. Not too much. Let me let it out. Let me yell at him. But no, everyone played fucking well in this game. Epirus actually did very well with his Thracian, I think it was. Yeah, he did very good job zoning with the Thracian. Not a perfect job, mainly because he's fighting for one hit, one spot, and it happens. 57. Oh my gosh, those poor nobles. You know what? Those Marines are getting in. That Raider's still hiding over there. That Colchian noble's coming back. Is the cavalry going to charge the Colchian noble? Oh my god. That'd be wild if he does. Oh yeah, he fucks off. He's like, no, 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 I'm not touching that. With a 10-foot pole. How's this looking? I mean, the assault's going well. Parthian swordsmen are not going to handle Cartleys or just regular axemen, to be honest. Swordmaster's going to do a good job because axes, as I always like to say, do well with armor. And the less armor an enemy unit has, the more they rely on melee defense, the less effective axemen get.
Stop! Stop now!
And honestly, a lot of high armor piercing. Showtells do the same. That's why when people say, well, Kush isn't unbeatable, just play like Swaby or something like that, that's why. I mean, same with the Odrissan Kingdom. You bring party boys who just rely on melee defense. Most of my units aren't going to do as well. I mean, when I have 120 melee attack, it's not going to matter how much melee defense you have. Or how much you... But units who rely on armor and face high armor piercing, like if you take a look at this. I mean, 15 armor piercing. How's this Cartley looking? This Cartley has 10. Shotels have like an insane amount. Like, compare that to a Salmonite. Salmonite has 4. So Salmonite versus Salmonite or Salmonite versus Swordmaster is a close fight. Not a kind of one-sided just because of different qualities, but when you rely more on melee defense, you kind of see armor-piercing factions do worse. I mean, thing I say about RDI, they're not crazy powerful. Those nobles do have 33 melee attack, which is really nice. But for a high-tier unit, that's not really amazing, but they have 115 armor. And 50-something melee defense. They're going to hold for ages. And it's mostly on that armor, so you get a Shotel into that Lyrian Hoplite. Not going to do too well. That Shotel's not going to... But that armored isn't going to do well. You throw it against the Thorax Swordsman or Silver Thorax or Silver Shield, you win all day. That Round Shield, which is probably a little lesser quality, if not the same quality as a Parthian sword. The difference really lies in that armor. That's that 55 armor to that 40. The higher morale and higher and same health. But you can see these round shields are doing a lot better than the Parthian was. Just how it rolls. This is where you might want to bring more of Epirus's boys up, because that's Epirus's role, is to take on those high melee defense units. Yeah, it's so bad I'm sending Thracian bowmen into the fight at this point. Getting into that charge, getting him. So nice. Look at that drop, and now I can get these guys in and get the side charge. And do another cycle. It's not like Seleucid didn't do too bad either. I mean, that median cav has 233 kills. They just pretty much wiped out those backlines. Raiders had to come around. And a lot of these Marines are gone that were here. So you know what? Seleucid made a hell of a comeback. 275, 234. Like, these kills are all good. You know what? Now it's going to have to be... I don't see a way Seleucid wins this in the end, sadly. And to be honest, this is new for me. I haven't seen any of this. Second wind going off, yeah. Silver Shields, I think, is going to die. Do these have ammo left? Oh my god, they do. They're about to fire at these poor boys. I mean, yeah, just eliminate them. They're down to 3. They're gone. They're worthless. Yes, Samnite's on in. And I don't want to harp again, but I am. You saw Indian War Elephants and Camel Cataphracts. You probably should have gone for the push here, because this is a nice choke point spot to hold, and you could have zoned me out, helped Colchis. Colchis didn't have the best matchup. They didn't. And you know what? None of their units are a great matchup to the Odrysian Kingdom, and it's true. These guys are still alive with 8. I was so pissed. There you go. How they run. Like, even without it being the best matchup, I'm down to 2 Thracian nobles. Now, don't get me wrong. These 2 Thracian nobles are terrifying as all hell. But that's what I got left. I mean, Colchis and Armenia have a lot. Parthia still has a good number of men. Emery's dropping. I mean, these guys... Samnite's doing really well. Look at that. Nice side volleys. This is what you want. He's going to try to rotate around behind and try to get behind him. You need to get that other Samnite up there. To be honest, yeah, he's going to try. Let's see if he makes it. It's going to be a bit tough. I imagine these Samnites are just going to charge on in and kill him.
Fire!
Benefit of being on the defense, I can just sit here. Yeah, this bowman, 79. Yeah, that fight's now over. Final total. You've got a half-strength Illyrian Noble, a healthy Illyrian Raider, 2 Slingers, which one of them's basically worthless, but I think they both have ammo. Which is a good showing for a 1v1, especially what we saw in the middle, where it looked like it would be pretty overwhelming for the Illyrians when it comes to 1v1. Those Koreans are getting zoned out now. And it's what happens. When it comes to this side, I mean, the Samnites are going to beat anything they have. Issue comes as they can assault down this path, and maybe you don't. Maybe you just continue going down this way. Continue zoning these boys out. You're winning. Doing well. Get another archer in there. Zone them out fully. Get that archer over here. Fire right into the back of these guys. But it's assault time. I'm done waiting around. I'm done lollygagging. Mainly because they're actually doing really good against my bowmen. They're basically the last boys that really have ammo. I kinda need to silence them. I think my slinger has ammo, and I need to get them. No, those slingers are out. This is all I've got left. I've kinda got a zone out. Not the best charge, but hey, it does its job. Nobles come on in. Now we switch targets. Yep, silence these boys. They're down to 55. And they're not going to get into box formation fast enough. As you can see, they didn't even get into the box formation. They managed to rout, thank God. $122. I mean, at this point, it's just killing. I'm running a bit faster than they can run away and cut them down. So now what happens is... this is now handled. So now all the defenders are left at is this spot right here. Everyone can start to converge onto these 2 choke points. It's going to be very tough for the defenders to win. It is still a very even fight, or attackers to win. Infantry-wise, I see Samnites fucking decimating, Azet Knights, which are brutal, and a good number of Cartleys left. The issue is those Swordsmasters. Actually, those guys aren't looking very healthy with those number of kills. Neither were the Cartleys. Those 143 were. That's the issue, is there's just too few positions, and I feel like that's going to be the end of it. Go on, get that general in. Trying to break my way through the center. Cataphract's coming around. He's trying to square up, which is really bad, because now he's just running into my men, which, yeah. Which has led to me almost getting like a second charge. That's over. This is basically wrapped up, so we don't have to care about over here anymore. Let's take a look over here. Those Cartleys, you know what? They're not doing crazy, horribly terrible. Some of them are not doing well. These guys are at 40 kills. You know what? That's not good at all. I mean, these guys are at 154. That's really good. The Rails are getting able to fire right into the Swordmasters. The Swordmasters take some nasty losses. Ranged can now fire. Samnites are basically holding this area. So, what you might have to do is full commit. Fucking send this all of Epirus on a major assault right down this path. Break through. Keep Armenia here to be a deterrent. You got Azat Knights. You got boys. Barrel hard through here and you might actually be able to do it. You don't have the men here yet. You need to bring more men up because this is only 2 men and you're going to just screw yourself. Bring that depleted unit Samnite right into those foot archers that you know have ammo. Right into the back of these guys. That's really bad for them. But Azad Knights are the closest thing here. I mean, maybe you can run with the Azad Knights, go this way. But, I mean, there's no infantry to support. You just threw away 2 units of Sammonites for no reason, in my opinion. Oh, that hurts. This actually hurts me a lot. Because I think they could have done some real damage. These Azads are now forced to commit to a disadvantageous fight where they're just going to be javelined and shot. You have 2 Italians left. Samnite, send them in. You needed to go in an hour ago. Not an hour ago, but you should have went in like when you were sending those Samnites in initially. Because then you wouldn't have lost these boys. And they wouldn't have been surrounded like this, and not good. And now a charge. So now these Samnites gone. 2 units gone that they needed. Because remember, it was still fairly even. Those Armenians dropping. These guys right here, they all committed to that assault right there because they had the positioning too. Probably could have turned it back to even. If not slightly in their favor, they probably still would have lost, but it would have remained a little closer. So don't get me wrong, I think at this point it is a defender victory. I don't see, with this single set of choke points, how they're going to lose, especially because elephants are in the fight. That Swordmaster General. That Swordmaster, all the Swordmasters have been doing. Right. Okay, at least they're sending... I don't know what that was, but at least they're sending in more than 2 people. Not sending much more. I see it's like 3 or 4 total, yep. Those round shields are dropping real fast. Those round shields drop, those assets can get in this corner. They win. Maybe those assets can break through actually right now. They get a charge in. They might be able to break them. Now they get stuck up in there. They do go through. I mean, it's a sacrifice at this point. He's going to die. He's not going to do too amazing. He's lost half of his units because of this. More than half. Like, he's going to run out of men. But RDI is now in. I'm kind of a distance away. I might have set my general out to kill ballistic crew for no reason, but hey. Look at this. I missed it, but Camel Cataphracts got right in here. Killed the range. Look at that. Those boys died. These guys are running. Did a great job, a wonderful job, to be perfectly honest. You didn't go for the ballistic crew, which I think is a waste. Should have. Should have, would have, could have. But you can see here, round shield still able to hold a bit. Asset Knight's got up to 156, so hey, that's not bad. My Thracian bowmen, my slingers come on in, ready to help. A trample charge come on in. Camel Cataphracts versus Hellenic Guard, Royal Cav. I'm surprised it went so one-sided, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I'm surprised. Maybe I shouldn't be so surprised, but yeah, all that's really... That mercenary Italian's actually cutting a pretty good swath. Maybe turn around, hit those sword masters. Yep. Get that javelin volley. Oh. Sword masters cut down. Perfectly honest, now that I got the javelin volley, just run. Run towards those other Khemris. But this is over. And this asshole right here, Parthia, decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm bringing the elephants up to scare them. You're like, you dick. Yep, that is done. Swordmasters 1. I think he's going to try to get a final charge. Final charge of the Light Brigade. But he does not get it. And that is the end of the match. Let's see how everyone did. Yeah, Propane was a dick and moved his elephants up just because he wanted to be like, haha. Let me put some more boys. Let me just go piss some people off. So, let's start this party off with Smart Hawk. He was playing Swaby on defense. 2,000 kills, pretty nice amount. 278 on his general. I'm scared to see his Skimmeries. 218, 208, and 143 for 3 of them. Those Berserkers didn't even get to be used. Neither were those Hex Bears. Oh, that's sad. Well, at least Hex Bear is not in combat. Round shields 116, 122, 101, 194. And those Sword Masters 341. That one only got 71. That's nice. Wolf Warriors got fucked too. Armenia had a tough chance going up against Swaby. High melee defense, low armor. Those axes don't do as well. Propane bringing his Parthia army. 1369. Kill-wise, let's see what he's got. 249 on those Camel Cataphracts. 137, 169 on those Foot Archers. 126 on those Hillmen, which impressive. 165, 104, 134 for those Parthians. You know what? He beat 2/3 of those Parthians with just 1 unit of Hillmen. It was. Obviously me, as the Odrysian Kingdom. We can blame Bearded for this one. He was like, play the army, and I start flipping through armies, like, which army do you want? He goes, Odrysian Kingdom, and I go, okay. So, both Thracian nobles, the general, 292, and still healthy. He probably could have got 300, maybe 400 kills. 341 for that other Thracian noble. Bowman, 190, 175. Let's see what else we got. Foxman, one of the Foxmen got 113. That is impressive. Though, funnily enough, the one with 70 kills, the least amount of kills, has the most chevrons. Thracian Warriors, 161, 146, 147, 297, 136, 133. Only one failed. No. No. I'm so depressed. And Bearded here with 1830 on his 1v1, 146 on that general. 100, 237 on that Marine, 101 on the Marines. This is RDI, of course. Casey didn't get it from the Marines. The 179, 69, nice. 115, 137, and of course 190. That Illyrian Raider has 190 kills and is super healthy. That is, ooh, dirty. Armored here playing Colchis. Did a pretty good job despite being put in a very, very tough situation. Let's see, 173, 124 for those Easterns, 221 for that Colchian. Great job from him. 167, 114, 107, 114 from those Cartleys. Cartleys are a solid axe unit. He just got stuck against someone who didn't have a lot of armor, which benefit of being a defender, to be honest, is you can pick a matchup that the attackers can't. Dan here, the other participant in the 1v1, he got 1953. That's pretty nice. Be bearded. Actually, he got more. Probably ran a better KD than Bearded did. Yeah. Yeah, he need. Well, maybe not just due to the number deployed, since he lost more in the end. Yeah. 310 on that silver shield. That is beautiful. 235 on that median. 104, 135, 119, and 153. All those archers. Literally, 96. You know what? Now I can say all these Slukids so far have got in call out. 169 here. 111 for those. That was Royal Peltas that got 169. 111. Another 169 for these Thorax. So close with 99. One of them got 6. Damn, I feel bad for him. That Thracian Spear got 115, so very good showing on Neon's side. We did get the most on the attackers. Joe here with 1877. 157 for that as at night, which is nice. 104, 160, and 135 for those elite Persians. When you get those Axemen, 160. So close with 92. Hey, 0 kills with an Eastern Spear, perfect. Then these Cartleys, 227, 124, 165, 139, 143. So the vast majority of them got over 100 kills. And not like barely over 100 kills, like the lowest one was 20 over 100 kills. So they pulled their weight, they just weren't the best army. And that was brought to us by the illustrious Joe On It. Or Joe Own It, that's what you should call him. Call him Joe Own It. And also ask him to play Bertigala every time he does a Rome 2 stream. Heard that from me. He'll do it every time. Epirus has Ghost King. 121 for those Cretan archers. 100 for an Illyrian Navy, which is really nice. I think that's the one that started with 3. 142 for that Italian. 136 and 160 for those Samnites. 102 for that Thracian. You know what? Looking at this army now, because I didn't really look at it earlier, I genuinely think that he brought too many Thracians. He brought 6 Thracians and 7 units of traditional infantry. Now, don't get me wrong, Epirus doesn't have that much in traditional infantry. You can get more than 7 units. I think that might be why he wasn't so keen to push that corner piece while supporting Colchis and Armenia. Where if he had a few more infantry, he probably could have made a good push on Parthia in that center point and probably could have turned the tide, could have made it a lot tougher for us to win. We'll say that at the very least. But as always, I ask you, what do you think the turning point is on your side? I know most of you guys don't get back here because I'm an asshole and I talk too much. But honestly, what did you think the turning point was? I always like to hear people's different opinions. Maybe it was the 1v1 fight. Maybe it was Colchis being stuck on the bridge and continuing to assault. Maybe it was Armenia continuing to face Swordmasters and getting his ass kicked. I don't know. You let me know. But I shall be signing off now. See you next time.